Becky Hammond's in the house. The hoodie's on. And Seattle controls the tip. Seattle has not today would do for the Storm. Here's Gabby Williams, a step back, three, right over Kia Stokes. And Gabby Williams, Elise. Clark loses handle of the basketball, wipes her hands of the perspiration. Here's Young with it, bounces it to Asia Wilson. And we were talking about how,
for whatever reason, they feel like this ball is a little slicker with the black instead of with the orange.
Here's Gabby. I'm just going to take over this.
By Gabby Williams.
As he pressuring Stokes up top. Here is Jewel Lloyd. Now to Gray. Chucks it up from three and snaps it.
By Gabby Williams.
As he pressuring Stokes up top. Here is Jewel Lloyd. Now to Gray. Chucks it up from three and
an open look for Nneka Ogwumike from that mid-range.
Wilson. Going on Nneka, we got a whistle off the ball, and Jewel comes the other way. Gray against Williams. Behind the back. Catch and shoot, look out. Ace is feeling it. This is a ticked-off basketball team. It was an early three-point Storm lead.
Well, they're 5 of 6 from the floor. Different shooting than game one.
Fadeaway, beautifully done by Nneka there. Gray working on Diggins around the screen, loses handle of the basketball. Good steal there. Nneka up front to Skylar Diggins, easy as you please. Lay it up.
And turn it into offense is when they really rise.
Gray bounce pass on the backdoor shot, swatted. I thought a spike like that had to be Ezzy, and it was Nneka. Ezzy almost got that one, but Asia Wilson finishes.
The foul is called, and it actually hurts your team, as that would have been a bucket for Nneka.
I mean, that was a really hard pass, and she did it with ease. Nneka fade away, snap it from 8.
And Noah Quinn was telling me how she will incorporate the scouting report and know when, which hand to take and all of those little things.
Young gets around Malanga, and it's the biggest lead of the game for the Aces. Lee into the game for Seattle. She hands off to Skylar Diggins, and Skylar is on the board. Hand off, Tiffany Mitchell in for the first time. Nye turning the corner. Good defense by Lee, but even better shot there.
Hands are bigger. They don't have as good of a free throw percentage for a variety of reasons, but she is just pure.
Dana Evans, I mentioned when she came in, she has been Wheeler draws the D, pulls up from 8, no good. Ezzy McElroy's been aggressive today so far. Tries to score with the left hand. That's what we need to see from Ezzy McElroy right there.
Ezzy McElroy, such a dynamic athlete with that length. She's still one of the best rebounders and block shots, but they want to see Seattle does get her more involved offensively.
Up to Evans. She's got Mitchell running. Instead, Dana Evans is going to chuck up the 3. Evans is now at 50% for the season. 6 on the shot clock. Gabby's got to make something happen. Looking inside for Nneka instead. She's going to call her own number. 1 on the shot clock. Top shot, but it's Gabby. We approach the 6-minute mark. Good feed inside, and Nneka misses again. Ogwumike now 2 of 8. 3 ball on the way. Second chance opportunity. Pick and roll with Wilson. Misses that one. You won't see that very often. Back to Jewel. 3 on the way. Splash it home. As we mentioned, Jewel's been hitting threes, just not the 2. Whistle. Everything was being called on Friday night. Here comes Alicia Clark, 3-on-1. Gabby, does she stay hot? Yes!
Quick points, and she's continued to add on, but boy, her defense has also been stellar. She just looks like a confident player in 2025.
That was a confident.
So they got to get it into that free throw line area to break this down.
There's Ezzy off the glass, and she is
the weak side guard, which was Jewel Lloyd. We'll see if Seattle can work it around against his zone again.
Gabby dribbles into one.
So Seattle now, for the last 2 minutes and change, will not have Sky on the floor.
Wilson backing in on Alicia Clark. Great defense, even better shot. That is a defensive rebounds. 20-point games, 25-point games. It's just the greatest season in WNBA history. That one's no good, or excuse me. Williams, she'll pull up, short. Nneka tries to come down with it, and can't corral. Young with a lot of black shirts.
Oh, wow, yeah, wide open. You got to have your head. I didn't have anything to do with that.
Diggins with it. There's Gabby. Can she stay on fire? Snuggle it home, G-Dub.
Yeah, right in front.
Swing it back out. Got to create. 4 on the clock. Puts it up with the left. A strong hand. Sometimes beyond. Here's Diggins driving in. Contact and one! Skylar at Jewel, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Close out, but the ball would not go in.
Here's Jewel. Swinging it and hitting.
Here over the final 14.5 minutes.
Evans into the game. Getting by Skylar. Good defense, though. The help comes. Offensive rebound. Catch up on you. Here's Wilson with it. All-star on all-star. Ooh, Wilson wins that battle. My goodness.
And A'ja Wilson just so good with that first step. Went to her offhand and had it.
Well, good luck there by Seattle as Gabby just mishandled the basketball, but it happened to get there. Here's Gray, now to Wilson, toes the line and hits. A'ja Wilson, best post player in the league.
Happy with how she played, so in the offseason, that's what she worked on. Dick Elise.
Thanks, Chantel. 3 on the way is good by Tiffany. They're at 8 of 20 on the game, and shot just erased, obliterated by A'ja.
And Seattle still has the basketball, but that'll hurt your feelings.
Diggins the runner. That was a big one for Sky. Back to bucket here at the end of the third quarter to make this real interesting going into the fourth. Non-rhythm three doesn't matter. And you end up winning the quarter, and that's what happened to Vegas in the last quarter. They actually won that quarter 17-15. Thanks in large part to 17. Here's Wheels, bounce pass inside, and Dom Malonga keeps a streak going. That's 7 games in a row.
And crawl out of this big hole.
Agumake has it. High low to Malonga, beautiful. We could see more and more of that. Just 39%. Behind the back pass to Jackie Young. How sweet was that?
Won the cut. And Chelsea Gray, the point guard.
Malonga driving in. She'll float it up. How about the dexterity? The one crossover. Evans in the lane. Good D by Wheeler. It's a convoy for Seattle. 4 on 2. Wheeler's got it. To Dom inside. Kissing off the window. And Seattle
has been rimming out too many times today.
Young, hook pass. Wilson into the corner. Chelsea Gray rather. It might be ice bath time after this one. Here's Wheeler, catch and shoot, and hits. How about that? Gets knocked down on one end and knocks. A'ja short.
Good
Wheeler's
defense.
got it. 1-on-1, going right at Wilson. Off the glass and scores! Oh, the Mighty Might starting to warm up. Backside help in A'ja Wilson.
That's the zone here. You just hand it off.
There's Nneka. That's the shot you needed right there. She puts up both fists. Gray with it. Defense flying around. Chelsea with Malonga on her. Great defense, forcing the tough shot. Oh, and she hits it. You got to be kidding me.
Oh, she should be talking about shush as she hits just a dagger.
And another great defensive stand by Malonga, but another better.
I mean, that's why Chelsea Gray's a 3-time WNBA champ, right?
Agumake there, now she's cooking. Is it too little too late? Gabby Williams, this would be huge. No good, offensive rebound, Nneka. There's the kick out. Wheeler tees it up. Bingo!
High pick and roll with Nneka.
Gabby with it, turning the corner, gets by Gray and scores! And then a steal. Skylar comes to get it. Takes out behind the arc, fires up the 3, no good. Chelsea Gray with the rebound, and that is going to do it. So the Las Vegas Aces avenge their 20-point loss